guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Mary and I give you guys an extra warm welcome. I would love it if you grabbed a snack, stayed for a while, and click the subscribe button. I would love to have you. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you more than you know. So as you can tell by the title of the video, my Patrick Ta cream foundation and finishing powder duo is finally here. Yay! I feel like shipping is taking longer than it did when I lived in Houston. And I mean, understandably, I literally live in the country. If I give you guys a tour, you'd be like, yeah, you live on a farm. Okay, so why don't we go ahead and get started with this review because I'm kind of excited. All right, guys. So this new Patrick Ta Major Skin Creme Foundation and Finishing Powder Duo retails for $52 and it is available in 24 shades. I do feel like the shades run a tiny bit dark. I have seen a couple of reviews, and one of the reviews, geez, I can't remember her name. I'll put it somewhere on the screen. She was one of the influencers that was included in like the little video meeting that they have where he explains the product, how he meant for it to be used and all that good stuff. And he basically said that one shade can typically cover 3 different skin tones. So say you are a tiny bit darker than me and I find my perfect shade, you should be able to use the same shade that I do, is what I understood. You get 0.32 ounces for the cream foundation and 0.14 ounces for the powder. And it is a duo that includes a blendable medium coverage cream foundation paired with a satin finish powder. So also, from what I have seen, it is meant for every single skin type except dry. I did watch his video, was it on, I think it was like a quick reel on Instagram, and he said to make sure that your skin is nice and hydrated before you go in with this foundation. I'm nice and primed and ready to get started. All right, guys, here is the unicorn, and I picked up the shade light medium for... It has a 12-month shelf life and it was made in the USA. I really do love when companies make their products here in the USA. So here is the product, and the component is very reflective. It's that rose gold material. Pretty much everything is this kind of material. I do enjoy the aesthetics of Patrick Ta, and this compact is pretty much like his blush duo and also his bronze duo. So this is the foundation and it has the little cover, and here is the powder. So when I swatched this, it feels like a cream. The powder actually feels very soft. I was pleasantly surprised. Okay, so here is the foundation and here is the powder. I do have a brush and I also have a sponge because I will be using both for today. All right, let's get started with applying this to my face. And I did go in with the Wet n Wild primer water all over my face to bring back hydration. I also went in with the Gucci right in the Tzone, the mattifying primer, just because it's a cream foundation and I feel like it might just bring my oils out quite a bit in my T-zone. And then I used the CoverGirl pore minimizing for the rest of the face. If you've been here for a while, you already know that I like to dot the foundation on to my face. So that's what we're going to do. And I do feel like the foundation looks darker in the pan than it is. Like, see in the corner right here, it looks darker. And then once you swatch it, it's like not as dark as it appears. So I'm just going to dot it. I'm going to start with the brush. This is a Morphe Ariel 824, and this is supposed to be a light medium or light to medium coverage, but he did say in the little demo that he likes to use it more as a sheer coverage kind of product. All right, I went in with more, and for it being a cream foundation, I definitely will agree that it feels lightweight. It reminds me of a moisturizing cream that turns to powder once you blend it. So I definitely can see why it would cling to dry patches, because I feel like once you start blending it, it almost turns to powder. All right, so this is what it's looking like. This side I have the foundation and this side I have nothing. Also, those of you wondering why I don't pull my hair back, I have a certain amount of time to get this filmed. I don't have time to go fix my hair if it gets ruined because I used clips or I put it behind my ears. So that's why I stopped doing that, because I hated how my hair looked after being pinned back. Just FYI, you know, that is life. It is what it is. My apologies if it bothers you, but I mean, it is what it is. Okay, so I am actually loving how it's looking right now. It does look very smooth. I wouldn't say that it's minimizing my pores, just because I did put on primers that minimize pores. So I don't know if it's the primers or the foundation, but so far I'm actually really enjoying how it's looking. Now we're going to do the side with the sponge. And I have my Wet n Wild sponge. I love the sponge. It's like my #1 sponge. Okay, the #1 thing that I'm noticing is that you do have to use quite a bit of product. And that's the reason why I'm dipping like my finger in here and I'm swiping it and then dotting it on my face, because I feel if I dip my brush or my sponge in there, I'm going to waste even more product. Also, I am very, very happy that I'm able to make this shade work. Yeah, super stoked about that. I do feel like it's blending nicely for sure. Go in with this sponge and blend it out, and hopefully the sponge doesn't absorb too much of it. Although because it is a cream, I don't think that's going to be too much of an issue. Okay, I did go in with just a tiny bit more product, and it's actually blending pretty nice with a sponge, and it's not losing any pigment, I don't feel like. I would say it's a light medium coverage. Would you be able to build it up to a medium, like a true medium? I don't know, honestly. I feel like it would take a lot of product for that to happen. Okay, so here is what the base is looking like, and both sides look the same. I honestly do not feel like one side looks better than the other as far as application. And like I said, light medium, and I'm honestly really enjoying the coverage. The way it's laying down on my skin, I feel like it looks pretty good. Okay, let me go ahead and put on my concealer, and then we'll go ahead and jump into the powder. Okay, here is what we're looking like. I did go in to my LYS concealer in MN1, and now we're going to jump into the powder. So, like I mentioned, I have seen a couple of reviews. Basically, this powder is meant only for your T-zone. He did not create this powder for you to use it like an all over the face powder. So we are going to use this under the eyes and in the T-zone, and then I'll use a different powder for the rest of the face. The reviews that I have seen, even though this looks very light, it's not appearing this light when you actually put it on. Okay, if you've been here for a while, you know I use a puff for my under eyes. This is the Makeup Forever puff. So I'm gonna dip right in. It looks pigmented. And I guess I'll use the mirror and the palette. Okay. It's not darkening up my under eyes too much, which I was a little afraid that was going to happen. I'm actually liking the shade that my concealer is looking once I set it with this powder. And I did set my under eyes with setting spray like I always do. So it definitely is not a brightening color. So even though it looks a lot brighter from the foundation, I don't feel like it translates as bright as it looks in the pan than it does once you actually put it on your face. If you hear the hose outside is on, that's what that noise is. Okay, I will be right back. All right, so we are back and I have a tiny bit of like contour and bronzer. I'll link everything down below of what else I have on my face. Unfortunately, I did not get a chance to take out all of the Patrick Ta stuff that I own. Sorry. So I didn't get to do like an almost full face of Patrick Ta. So I'll have to save that for another video. Okay, now we're going to jump into the powder and do the T-zone. This is a Morphe and Ariel 821. And I'm going to powder here on my nose and here. All right, guys, I am back. Face is pretty much done. I went pretty simple. It's later on in the afternoon. You already know I'm racing with the sun. Let me take a drink before I give you some first impression thoughts on this product. Okay, so Patrick Ta. I really enjoy the aesthetics, the rose gold. I feel like all of his packaging is just beautiful and timeless. Downfall is that you can really see fingerprints. That's the only downfall, but it's still very beautiful. I feel $52 is kind of pricey, and even though yes, you get technically two products, you know, a cream foundation and a powder, I still feel like it's a little pricey for what it actually is, which is a cream foundation. And honestly, this does not look like a lot of product, and I feel like you end up using quite a bit of it every time you use it, so you'll probably go through this quite quickly, definitely a lot faster than the powder. As far as the duo, I know that the cream and the powder, that's his thing. That's what he likes to do. That's how his blush duo is. That's how his bronzer and contour duo is, and I get it. He's trying to keep with like a theme, but when it comes to palettes, unless it all 100% the whole thing works for you, it can be a waste of money. I have a video on palettes and why I feel like sometimes they're a waste of money. You paid $52 and you only end up liking 50% of the product. That's a waste of money in my eyes. So I get it that he's trying to stick to the theme of his brand, but when it comes to like a complexion product, I don't feel like it works as well as it does with the blush duo or with the contour and bronzer duo. So I'm a little iffy and about this packaging. Yeah. Okay, so my thoughts and my first impressions on the actual product itself, the cream foundation and the powder. First of all, my base looks bomb.com, doesn't it? It looks so good, and I'm actually really impressed because my under eyes look amazing. Oh my goodness. I forgot to put my Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Under Eye Primer, and my under eyes look this good. Wowza. I hate the fact that I feel like a lot of foundations and base products typically do work really well for me, and a lot of you are probably thinking like, gosh, this girl loves everything. But if I don't like something, I will be 100% honest with you. But as of right now, first impressions, what I'm looking at, wow. Under eyes, T-zone, foundation, everything looks beautiful. I didn't do any color correcting under my eyes. Like, honestly, it looks so good. If you're somebody who has like acne issues, scars and all that, I don't know how much you're going to enjoy this. Dryness, I can definitely see why it would cling to your dry spots, because when I blended it out, I did feel like it turned from cream to powder. And the powder itself also, like, I am somebody who doesn't have like super problematic skin. And I'll put all my information down below in the description box. I do, like I said, feel that when it comes to cream foundations, it's either going to work for you or it isn't. Yeah, so would I recommend this? I think it's a little pricey for what it is, honestly. Is it absolutely stunning and I absolutely love it? Yes, I totally do. But I would say watch a lot of reviews. Make sure you watch people that are your skin type. And if you can, wait for a sale. Cream foundations are such a finicky product that I would hate for you to spend the $52 and then you're disappointed in the product. And even if you don't like one or the other and say you don't like the whole thing, that's like a waste of money, you know? So I'd rather you guys save your money more than anything. But for me, it's working. Absolutely amazing, as you can tell. Like I mentioned earlier, I am filming in the afternoon, so I won't be able to do the wear test today, but I will be able to do it tomorrow and probably get this video uploaded on Monday. I did put a poll on my community tab on the YouTube channel, and it seems like you guys want to see this review before the Westman Atelier complexion drops. So I'm trying to get this done before Monday so I can upload it on Monday. So tomorrow I will go ahead and put everything just like I did for today so I can do the wear test and let you guys know how this wore. But as of right now, first impressions, I'm actually really absolutely loving this. So yeah, okay, let me turn you on over to Mary for the wear test.
Hi guys, checking in for the wear test on the new Patrick Ta Cream Foundation and Finishing Powder Duo. I went ahead and did everything exactly the same as the first part of this video. Same primers, went ahead and also used the Patrick Ta powder for the T-zone and under my eyes. And I feel like under my eyes, it's still looking pretty decent. It looks very soft. That explains the satin, like why he's calling it a satin powder, because it definitely looks pretty soft. So I am excited to see how this wear test goes. I will be outside today, so I will definitely be testing this bad boy out. Okay, so I'll see you for the second and probably last check-in before I hand you over to Mary for the outro. Hi guys, it is 5:30 in the afternoon, so that is a 7-hour wear test, and I'm actually not mad at what I'm looking at. I was outside today, so I did sweat and perspire and all that good stuff. My chin definitely looks a little oily. My T-zone does as well, but I'm actually really liking the way that things are looking like. And as far as my under eyes, so it has definitely sunk in to my fine lines, the powder that is. But I feel like sometimes when this happens with certain powders, it ages me instantly. And with this, like even though that happened, I don't feel like it looks horrible, if that makes sense. But yeah, so far, I'm actually a little bit impressed with this. First impressions, of course, I have to keep using it to get my real final thoughts on it, but I feel like it did well. It did well for the wear test. I still stand by that it's a little too pricey, and the fact that it's a duo I dislike just because I don't feel like it's going to work 100%, both the powder and the foundation for everybody, you know? The complexion is such a touchy subject, and it literally is case by case, person by person, skin by skin, that putting them together just, in my opinion, it's not like 100% guarantee. So yeah, those are my final thoughts. That's how the wear test went. So let me go ahead and turn you on over to Mary for the outro.
All right, guys. Well, now that you know how the wear test went and what I think about this product, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it helped you out in deciding whether you want to pick this up or not before the Sephora VIB sale. But that is it. That's going to conclude this review on this new Patrick Ta Creme Foundation and Finishing Powder Duo. Alright guys, with that being said, I would love it if you gave this video a big thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it, and you would definitely help me out in the algorithm of hopefully bringing some new fresh eyes to my channel. And if you haven't done so already, I would love it if you joined my small YouTube family by clicking the subscribe button. I would love to have you. Alright guys, I will see you on the next video. Bye!